let us learn. So in this video we are going to cover the 7th chapter, that is the energy as per the TSTET 2022 syllabus. So let's get started. So only the important points covered in the lesson are taken, not the explanation part. Lesson is in 5 to 10 pages, but from that only some important points which can be asked in the exams are sorted out and made into a video. So please see the video until the end, because at the end also many important points have been covered. So let's start. First, the fuels. So fuels will provide the energy for the vehicles and the machines. So whatever machines and vehicles we are using nowadays, so those are working with the help of the fuels. Without fuel they will not be worked. So energy for the vehicles and machines is given by the fuels. We have two types of energies, non-renewable and renewable. So the fuels which are extracted from the earth. So fuels extracted from the earth like the petrol, diesel, kerosene, gas and coal are called as non-renewable resources. Means these are getting from the earth only. We are getting it from the earth's crust only, but it takes millions of years to get replenished. It will take millions of years to get replenished. Again, if you want them back, if you want to produce them, it will take millions of years. So they are called as non-renewable resources. So we cannot renew them very faster. Examples are petrol, diesel, kerosene, gas and coal. So these can be depleted when repeatedly used. So when you use them repeatedly, overuse of these fuels, overuse of this energy will lead to its depletion. The amount of the fuels will get decreased. So nowadays we are facing that situation. So that type of resources are called as non-renewable resources. So these are extracted from the earth. Next, resources like sun, water and wind will never get exhausted. How much ever you use daily, we will get the sun, wind and water. Sun, air and water. So they will never get exhausted. So these type of resources which will be available throughout are called as renewable resources. So resources like sun, water and wind are called as renewable resources. The energy which we are getting from them is called as renewable energy. So example, sun, water and wind. So instead of using these non-renewable resources, energy from the non-renewable resources, it is better to use the energy from the renewable resources. So energy which is coming from the burning fuel, we call it as fuel energy. So whenever for moving a vehicle, for running a vehicle, we need petrol or diesel. So this is fuel. So how it will move? By burning that fuel it will move. So how energy will be given to that machine? That energy is called as fuel energy. So next, so instead of wood we can use the natural gas. So instead of wood, wherever the wood requirement is there, instead of that we can use the natural gas. And nowadays for cooking, gobar gas is also used, which is prepared from the dung, cow dung, animal excreta. From the animal excreta, gobar gas is prepared and it is used for cooking in some villages at present also. And next, whatever sun rays are there, so that sun rays are trapped by the solar cells. Nowadays we are using solar water heaters, solar energy we are utilizing. That is renewable energy, renewable resource like sun we are using for our fuels. We are using as our fuels. That is solar cells. So sun rays are trapped by the solar cells which are present on the terraces, and this solar rays will generate electricity. And this electricity will be saved in the battery which is present in that solar cell. Next, this can be used whenever we need. So what is the process going on here? So solar heaters, solar energy trappers which are present on the terrace, they will have some cells. So whenever the sun rays are falling on it, that cells will trap that solar energy into that and it will generate electricity. Whatever electricity is generating, it will be stored in a battery which is present in that machine. And whenever we need, whenever we are on, we want to use that appliance, then that energy which is stored in the battery will be used. So this is normally used in our street lights. So street lights, what they will do, they will have the cell, they will have the solar energy trapping cells. They will trap the energy during the morning time, and night time whenever the street lights are on, they will utilize that solar energy which they have trapped it in the morning. same way, emergency lamps can be used. Calculators, solar heaters and solar cars also are working with the help of the solar energy. So solar energy can be used instead of this non-renewable resources like petrol, diesel, kerosene gas and coal, which are getting exhausted nowadays and which will take millions of years to get replenished. Next, so Gujarat, in our country, Gujarat is the state which is utilizing the maximum extent of solar energy. So the people living in Gujarat are using more amount of solar energy than the non-renewable resources. And even the radio, TV, television and computer can also be operated with the help of the solar energy. Solar energy is not used only for the street lights, emergency lamps, calculators and all. Even we can operate computer, we can operate television and we can operate radio with the help of the solar energy. Next, the energy which is coming from the wind. So we have discussed about sun. Next we are discussing about the wind and the water. So energy which is coming from the winds, it is trapped by the windmills. So that will go and blow the windmills. So where are these windmills mostly constructed? Means in the hilly areas and the seashores where the air will blow very faster. So where the area where the wind is blowing more faster, in such areas these windmills are constructed. So hilly areas and seashores, if we observe, the air will blow more rigorously. So in such areas the windmills are made and this windmills will produce the wind energy. This wind energy can be used to rotate the fans to pull the water from the water wells. So this wind energy, the energy which is coming from the winds, is trapped by these windmills. So where are these windmills constructed? Means in the hilly areas and the seashores where the wind will blow very rigorously, and this windmills will trap the wind energy from the wind called as wind energy. This can be used to generate electricity and it is also used to rotate the fans and it is also used to pull the water from the wells. This energy can be utilized for that. So whatever windmills are there, they will have turbines. So these turbines, when they will rotate, they will generate electricity. So the turbines, the area where the windmills are there and when the water is drawn, it will rotate the turbine. The air will rotate the turbines due to which the electricity is generated. So using water and wind energy both. We are using the water energy and the wind energy both here. So we call it as hydroelectric projects. Okay, we call it as hydroelectric projects. Hydroelectric projects are seen in Nagarjuna Sagar, that is which is there in Nalgonda district, and the Srisalem project which is present in Kurnool district in our state. In Telangana state, we can see hydroelectric projects in both areas, Nagarjuna Sagar, Nalgonda district, and in Srisalem project in Kurnool district. So here what happens in this hydroelectric projects is water will be sent through the pipes called as penstock. Water will be sent to the pipe through the pipes with the help of some pipes called as penstock. This word is important. So with the help of the pipes called as penstock, the pipes are called as penstocks to run the turbines. So to run the turbine, the water will be sent to the pipes called as penstock, and this will rotate the turbines. As a result, the turbine will rotate and the electricity will be generated. When water is sent through the pipes called as penstock to the turbines, to run the turbines, these turbines will rotate. When they will rotate, electricity will be generated. And this electricity which is generated is supplied from the powerhouses through the transformers. Next, if electricity is generated through water, we call it as hydroelectricity. If electricity is generated with the help of water, we call it as hydroelectricity. If electricity is generated with coal, we call it as thermal electricity. So coal means here non-renewable resource. Water means here renewable resource. So which one is better? Using water is better. Hydroelectricity is better than the thermal electricity. So previously, when this hydroelectricity has not been invented, what people used to do? People used to produce electricity with the help of coal, that is thermal electricity. And finally, overheating of our food. So when we are heating food, when we are overcooking the food, then what happens? It requires more amount of energy. So we will utilize more amount of gas. Which gas? Liquid petroleum gas, LPG gas we will use. As a result, energy will be wasted, and also by this the nutritive value of the food will be lost. So here finally, overheating of the food will require more energy. As a result, we are wasting the energy. At the same time, we are wasting the non-renewable energy, and at the same time our food's the nutritive values are also lost. So these are the different points covered in the lesson energy from the 5th class. So these are the important points which I have got, and remaining everything is in the form of explanation in the textbook. If you follow these points, it is more than enough for the exam. So please do subscribe to my channel and follow my videos.